All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining What's the 411. I am super pumped and excited. First of all, if you guys were not outside today, it was like such a beautiful day compared to like a couple weeks ago or last week, even when we were still wearing our winter jackets. You know what I mean? So today is beautiful. This week is supposed to be looking beautiful. And I have a beautiful guest on with me today, Miss Obandy. So let's welcome her to the show and introduce yourself, girl. Tell us who you are, what you do, all of the great stuff.
I'm going to start real simple. Of course, my name is Obandy Cleopatra, but I have so many nicknames. I go by Bandy, Bands, of course. My name is Coach Bands, Cleo or Cleopatra. So I like to say whichever you jive with or whichever calls you feel comfortable calling me, feel free. Just keep it respectful. I am a business owner. I'm a coach, so OC Coaching Services is my little baby right now. It's blooming and blossoming, and it feels good. I think it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be huge. So stay plugged in. I am also a newly self-published author of my very own poetry book. I also did publish a children's book 2 years ago. It's not available for purchase right now. I'm re-illustrating and will be republishing. I am the creator of the Elevated Exchange. I think we're going to get into that in a little bit, so I don't want to elaborate too much, but it is a platform I use to basically elevate the mind to the masses. So that is me right now. I'm still growing.
Wow. And she's a mom as well, a mother of two. Don't forget that on top of all of that, you're like, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of multitasking. So talk to us a bit about how you manage, how do you juggle all of these hats?
I feel like, as my son moves my real life, it is a matter of balancing the priorities in the moment. Like if I look too much at, and I've done this before, so I can really speak to this, I can contest to this. If I think too much or pay too much attention to, oh my God, how am I gonna do this tomorrow? Like, how am I gonna do this next week? I have so much to do. I have to take care of these babies. I take care of myself. I had to just pump the brakes and focus on what I really have the most control of, and that is my moments right now in the present moment. So if baby needs a bottle right now, I got to make a big bottle right now and get back to whatever it was I was doing. So being disciplined is really huge too. Yes, baby.
Yes, yes, it definitely is. Discipline is huge, especially when you have so much things going on. You definitely need to discipline yourself. But there also is a balance. So talk to us about that mommy and entrepreneur balance.
Self-care is what helps me hold those two like ends of the rope together, is taking care of myself. So whether that be me just taking a bubble bath or like my hair is done right now. It took me all day, but it's done and I feel so good, right? Or just my skincare or me going for a jog, just something for me every day, no matter how small, it's so worth it. It is. So I think for me, that's what helps me stay balanced.
I hear you. I hear you. So talk to us about this journey. When did you start out? Well, first of all, give us the rundown. Like what did you start with and how did it all progress until here in 2023?
I want to say it started with writing. It definitely started with writing and self-discovery. I just had a real deep yearning to learn more about myself, about love, about truth, about life. And yeah, that's definitely where it started, especially coming from such a big family where there's so many conflicting personalities or differences and similarities too, but I was always like, what else is out there? So that, yeah.
Writing and like talk to us about like your coaching or what was your first piece of written work that you actually put out? Was it the poetry?
It was the children's book.
I see.
Yeah. But I've always been writing and performing spoken word. So I am a spoken word artist. That's where I want to say that's where the writing started in terms of me actually putting my work out there into the world so people can experience and learn and build from that. Yeah.
Okay. And then talk to us about your coaching business. You're a
Mhm.
holistic wealth coach. What is the definition of that? What does that mean?
Because after doing my research, I realized that there's no one else out there like me who does this. So a holistic wealth coach, I focus on the four pillars of every individual. So that is the spiritual, the mental, the physical, and the financial. That's what we all really live well and be wealthy. And once we are intentionally putting in effort to improve these areas, it gives us more hope. It gives us more hope. Come here. It gives us more hope so that we can live a better life.
Yeah, he just wants to be on camera with us. Bring him on.
At this point,
Right? He's like, how are you going to be on camera without me? Like, come on. You know the kids. Oh, what's up, little man? Yes, the star of the show. He's so cute. So yes, talk to us about like when did you decide that becoming a holistic wealth coach was something that you wanted to do?
was when I realized that that's what I needed during the times I was in dark places in my own life. I like to call them hermit mode or like the cocoon phase before I blossom. And I think it happens consistently in many different aspects, many different areas of life. But once I realized like I really don't have financial literacy the way that I need it, like I don't want to live like this forever. I see people around me coming from where I'm coming from. You know, I'm a Toronto native, was born and raised here. The majority of my life in Toronto housing. So you just see a lot of struggle, see a lot of strife, you see a lot of unhappiness and misery. And I'm like, this can't be it. This cannot be everything. So that's when I started focusing on my personal development. Started listening to like people like Jim Rohn and Les Brown and Bob Proctor, and I just started to invest in that heavily. Even though I didn't have clarity as to what it was going to do for my life, I knew that with each audio I listened to, or each video that I watched, or each book that I read, I felt better. I felt like I was making progress to becoming the version that I am right now, and I still do it. Yeah.
All of those speakers are phenomenal. Every single one of them. They are so knowledgeable. And when you tap in and you start listening to them, you realize it's like, wow, you just open up your eyes to a whole new world, honestly.
It's like, oh my God, my mind was so small before, I didn't realize. It's amazing.
Yeah, you definitely don't know what you don't know. But as soon as you start to learn, it's like, geez, there's definitely a big world out there, for sure.
And I love
Mhm. Yeah. So talk to us about Elevated Exchange. What is Elevated Exchange?
So it is a platform that I created to connect with like minds, or even just go on solo and talk about specific topics in regards to elevating the mind. So whether that be personal development, whether that be spiritually enlightening conversations, whether that be shadow work type conversations, or trauma informed type conversations, just to awaken people's awareness, their self-awareness in every aspect of the word, because I think that there's so many levels to it, and there's so much depth that I think people miss in regards to awareness. So it's not just yes, it's what you think, but do people really think about what you might have said to someone during a specific conversation made them feel? It may not be your responsibility, right? But do you think about that? That's important. I can't hear you.
Very true. Very true. No, I do sometimes mute myself just so that there's a lot of things going on in my house too. I want to make sure everybody can hear your response nice and clear. But yeah, for sure. No, definitely. But telling stories is really important. And you obviously are into telling stories. You were a spoken word artist. you have this book of poetry out, and you can just tell that even with this elevated exchange, that speaking and pouring into other people is extremely important. So talk to us about how important that is and why telling stories means so much to you.
It's proof of your life. Me, it's proof of your life. Like now, the new age now, I have younger siblings, and it's like if they don't get certain things on camera, to them it didn't happen. To me, if I don't have a story, if I don't have a story to tell you, it didn't happen, or it didn't impact me. And I want to leave an impact that will last for generations. Like my legacy, the legacy that I want to leave is extremely important to me. And I think the best way for me to leave that is to tell my stories. Stories of growth, stories of pain, grief, all of the above. Mm-hmm. But it really does help to expand the perspective of the collective. If we're not doing that, what else is left?
Very true. And I mean, you're holding your legacy right now. There's generations and generations to come from this little one right here, right? So talk to us about how important your legacy is, not only to your family, but to, others, the impact that you will have on other people as well, myself included.
Me, I think I'm going to reiterate what I said and expand on that. It's definitely proof of my existence, but also my triumph for the trials that I faced in my life. I never gave up. Never gave up. And I was able to cultivate and create all these beautiful things. Yeah.
So important. So important.
Yeah.
So what are some of the initiatives you have coming up? Like you're working on this, you have this book, but you said you're doing a children's book, like you're going to be doing the launch. When is that coming out?
So I'm going to be republishing two more children's books this year, actually. So I'll be republishing this one and then publishing another one. So by the next 2 quarters, so by fall, I'll have both of them ready. All of this year. I don't have an exact date yet because I'm still working on the manuscript.
That's good. That's good. And then so what else can we expect to see that you will have coming out?
I actually have a Mother's Day spoken word performance on Mother's Day. I do have details for that on my IG profile grid. I'm so excited about that. I love doing spoken words. I should also have some books to sell on hand. Hopefully Amazon delivers. Okay. But yeah. And I'm definitely still remaining open for more events to come this year.
Fabulous. And so as a holistic wealth coach, hey baby, hey, what are some of like the services that you offer?
Yeah, so right now I have one-on-one mindset coaching. I have group mindset coaching. I do group shadow work and meditation sessions. And I'm also going to be offering individual, so one-on-one shadow work and meditation sessions as well. So of course, I'm still fairly new in the industry. I'm still working on some certain frameworks and programs, but this is what I have to start with right now.
Okay. And so for some people that may not know, what exactly is shadow work?
Shadow work is the diving into the dark parts of you that people tend to shy away from. So as a trauma-informed coach, I help you as in the client, the individual, work through certain emotions. Example, lack of self-worth. It may be associated with certain memories. I help you work through that and empower you to change your perspective on how you view yourself.
Okay. Okay. So talk to us about what keeps you motivated, because you are definitely an inspiration. You're juggling, you're out here holding babies, coaching, writing books. So talk to us about your inspiration.
I don't remember who I heard this from. When it comes to me, I will hopefully it comes to me before the end of this, I'll bring it back up. But the vision for my future. What's his name? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Oh my goodness. I can't remember. But the vision for my future, where I see myself going, the life I see myself creating for myself and my children motivates the heck out of me.
Mhm. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And so, what did you see growing up that motivated or inspired you?
It's actually the opposite. Growing up, it was what I saw what I didn't want that motivated me. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that can relate to me on that one. Like I said, growing up in Toronto housing, I grew up in the hood, in many different hoods. We moved a lot in my childhood. I saw poverty, I saw a lot of violence, I saw a lot of the negative things, the things that were kind of like, what's that terminology? The crap in the bucket, trying to come out, being pulled back down, trying to come out, being pulled back down. And I thought to myself, this can't be it. I'm watching TV like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air TV shows. I'm like, these people living in a mansion. Why can't I live in that? I want to live in that. Although it was a TV show, I'm like, no, but come on. There must be a correlation with my current reality that could be possible. So yeah, I was always doing, I think there's an actual term for it called neuroplasticity, where you're just rewiring your brain intentionally to think more positive, to think more empowering. Looking back, I realized that I was always doing that. As a kid, I had no idea. Yeah.
And that is not an easy thing to do, especially depending on what your circumstances are growing up. But like when you're coming from certain things growing up, it's not always easy when you're surrounded by sometimes negativity, because your environment definitely plays a big, huge role in like how we end up. So rewiring your brain is serious. Even as an adult, it is super hard.
Now myself I'm almost 30, but I still see adults older than me who struggle with that. And it just reminds me that like age really isn't but a number. And wisdom really does come from healing. So it's a matter of what you choose, period. Yeah.
100% right. And that's something that I've learned in my own life that you actually have to continuously do your entire life. That is what I like to call life work. It's never ending. It is always something that you're doing. You're always rewiring because we're always learning, we're always growing, you
Yeah.
know. That work is, there's no end to it. And then just when you think like, okay, like you're on a good roll, something comes in life, just like knocks you up in your head and you're like, holy, here I am back again. So but it's all growth and it's all good. It's all good.
I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with Queen of Sheba, and the work she's been doing in the spiritual and the healing community. But there was a term she had shared on her page that said healing is a journey, not a destination. And that the same way we look at life, like, yeah, life's a journey. Healing goes hand in hand with that. It really does. Yeah.
Because even if you're sick and you're healed, you have to keep yourself healthy. So that's the whole thing. That's why there's no end game. It's continual. For sure, for sure. So how can we get in touch with you? Oh, I was asking you about your services that you offer as a holistic wealth coach. So talk to us about your services.
Right now, I'm working on getting my domain set up. I didn't hear you. Okay, I'm working on.
Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Here. I'm sorry.
I'm working on getting my website, my domain set up so that I can have everything just wired in there, so that people can go on there and book with me. So right now,
Like if
Yeah,
we
no,
wanted to
I
get in
think
touch with you, how would we get in touch with you? Like if we wanted to book one of your services or we needed your
oh,
help.
wonderful. Well, right now you can just hit me up on my Instagram. That's at coachbands_, or you can shoot me an email at occoachingservices@gmail.com.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, do you have any shout outs? Anybody you'd like to say what's up to?
For God, because right here, this is all God. This is all the Most High. This is all Source energy. I'm just so grateful.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yes, yes. Definitely want to send a big shout out to your children there. What's up, kids?
Yeah.
So,
For all the motivation.
yeah, and we appreciate you coming on and spending your sharing your time with us because time is serious, you know. I know you got your hands full. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through and sharing your time with us. And listen, if you have anything that you have going on, just, send me the link, send me a flyer, whatever, and I'll definitely repost it for you.
I appreciate that.
Mhm. So before I let you go, do you have like a quote or a saying or a phrase, something that you kind of go by that would help to inspire?
One of them I've had it on me for over 10 years now. And I live by that. Everything happens for a reason, and what does not take your life will only strengthen your soul. So just keep that in mind when you're going through hard times. Keep it in mind when you are enjoying the beauty of life. And another one that I held so dear to me while I was homeless. I was homeless for 15 months with my kids, hardest time of my life. And I remember just continuously saying to myself, just keep the faith, and the faith will keep you. Keep the faith, and the faith will keep you. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced that or even anything similar to that with children. It can be, for me, it was absolutely devastating. It was so difficult because you are supposed to be the one taking care of them. And I'm like, damn, I'm in this situation where I'm struggling to take care of myself, much less them. So I just had to keep saying that to myself, keep the faith, and the faith will keep you, girl.
Wow. My goodness. Strength, I tell you, strength, but definitely look at you now. And obviously, as you're saying, you can thrive through all hardships, and everything does happen in life for some reason. We don't always understand what the reasons are, but look at that child smile right now. Like,
He loves his
like, oh my gosh, what a blessing. You definitely have he's a beautiful child.
Thank you.
Very cute, very cute. But man, God bless.
Thank
Honestly.
you. Wow. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you for taking the time out of your life to build this platform that you have. To shine light on individuals who are trying, who are aspiring for greatness, and to emulate greatness.
All we can do. We have to help each other because that's all it's about. Definitely. So I appreciate you. Anything that I could do to help, just let me know, reach out, and we'll definitely keep in touch. All right.
Thank you so much. Bye. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a good night. Bye.
God bless. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Guys, honestly, my kids are like, Mom, what do you want for Mother's Day? Do. And I'm just like, every year I say the same thing. We would not be mothers if it weren't for the children. So we always have to remember that these children are a blessing to us. Every single day we get the opportunity to be mothers. And it is not easy, but it is one of the most rewarding and beautiful journeys in life. So big up to all the moms out there who are doing their thing. Big up to Coach Bands over here who is doing her thing. And, just keep pressing on and keep the faith and the faith will keep you. I love that. I'm going to put that on my board. Wow, wow, that's my one now.
Good
Yes,
night,
yes.
everyone.
Good night. Take care.
Bye.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys. And make sure you guys keep it locked right here. And again, shout out to all the moms, to everybody who's out there doing their things. Not only moms, to the aunties, to the sisters, to the cousins, to the grandmas, great grandmas, to everybody out there who is doing their thing. Big up yourself. I just want to send a big, big shout out to you. And remember to love on your children, take care of yourself. Do something special for yourself, but also appreciate your children. Look upon them with love and with favor and with all of the things, because to be honest, they, as much as they're going to be giving you gifts on Mother's Day, and it's always such a beautiful thing to be treated nice and to get the flowers and the cards and all of those great things, our children are the greatest gifts, the greatest blessing. And I know so many women, after everything we went through, to bring the children into the world, everything that it took for us to bear these children, we still look upon them with such love. We just love them. So there's nothing, they say there's nothing like a mother's love. And to all the mothers out there, I just want to send some love and some support and some appreciation out to you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to see you guys until Monday, so it will be after Mother's Day. But Mother's Day is always usually a great weekend, so I'm looking forward to having a nice sunny weekend, a beautiful time spent with my family, my children, that I am ever so grateful for. And I wish you all the very same. All right, so check up on your loved ones, check up on all the moms out there, but not only just the moms, as I said, everybody that has supported a child out there, has been a mother figure or a guardian figure to a child. Definitely check up on them, send them some love, do something kind. And always remember, these special days come up, like people celebrating their birthdays, celebrating Family Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all of the special days, you know what I mean? But every day is a special day when we have the ability to wake up and appreciate somebody in our lives. So don't forget, and forgive often. Always forgive yourself, because motherhood is hard and life in general is hard, whether you're a mom, a dad, a sister, brother, a man, a woman, whatever. Life can be difficult. So always remember to forgive yourself and forgive others often, because that is what we want from the Heavenly Father. We want that forgiveness as well. So make sure that you do that and do everything you do with love and kindness. Even if it is upsetting, make sure you do everything that you do with love and kindness and try. I'm working on it, because, sometimes I could, I do not act in that manner, but I'm working on it. All right, guys. So I appreciate you. I thank you for coming on here. And there's going to be some great things happening for 416 Love. I'm not going to spill the beans right now, but I'm just working on certain things so that when I do launch it, y'all are going to be excited. You guys are going to be want to plug in. You know what I mean? It's just like what it is. So I really can't wait. I can't wait to share my good news with you guys. So thank you all again. I appreciate you guys, and make sure you guys keep it locked right here. Like, subscribe, all of the great things, share the channel. Also, keep the faith, and the faith will keep you. I really love that one. I really love that one. Yeah, you got to have faith. You got to have love. All right, guys. So enjoy it. Enjoy this beautiful week. All of my Torontonians out there, all of my Maple Leaf fans, I know you guys are upset. It's okay though, next season, just like the NBA, Raptors, next season, we got this. All right. Anyways, guys, I will see you next week. Same time, same place with another awesome